Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Wes Moore. I'm a retired Army captain,
Okay.
and I'm also the author of The Other Wes Moore.
You know, I've had the privilege, I just met a military wife, and I just met a war veteran. This guy has a Purple Heart. Look at this. Check this out right here. This guy is amazing. So I got a lot of respect for you guys, but it's all about you now. Let's talk about. Do you see that?
Well, not and I tell you that's
Yes.
one of the powerful things about the military is they will always remind you it's not all about you.
Yes.
It's not all about
I
you.
like that.
Yeah.
And what is it that brings you here to BET today?
Well, I'm excited to be part of Don't Sleep, and it'll be great to just sit on a panel with TJ and just a couple of other people who also just have a high level of admiration and respect for, and just talking about particularly on Veterans Day, what has been the impact of African Americans on our nation's military, and what has been the impact of African Americans in our nation's history, and why should this day mean as much to us as it does to anybody else in this country.
Got you. Now, we're moving forward as far as a war in Afghanistan and other places. What do you think our military's future is going to be?
Well, I think that the president has indicated that we're now on a glide path, and come the end of 2014, that we will be ending combat operations. I think the important thing to remember about this is just because the fighting ends overseas, for those who are fighting these wars, that's when the fight begins. We have to do a better job of addressing things like the unemployment rate amongst veterans. We have to do a better job of addressing the mental health challenges that many veterans are facing right now. 2012 was a really difficult year for the veteran community, for a community that not only am I a part of, but that I fight for every day. And we have to be more deliberate and serious about this conversation, because we cannot ask people to go overseas and fight and give them all the resources that they need while they're overseas, and then expect for them when they come back home for that ripcord to just be pulled and for everything to be okay.
And veterans, are there more resources available now, speaking to help veterans get placed in jobs or careers, or like what has changed since Obama has been in office?
A lot has changed, and I think that the folks in the VA are working very hard on a lot of these issues. But the truth of the situation is this: we have 2.6 million people who are veterans of Afghanistan, or either the Afghanistan or Iraq War. While that's a large number in totality, it's less than 1/2% of the American population. So in many ways, these wars have been going on with the American people completely being oblivious to it, or not even being oblivious to it, but completely being oblivious to anybody who's even fought in any of these wars. So while we have, while I think a lot has been done to address it, we've still got a whole lot more to address, and quite honestly, this is not a short-term duration thing. The challenges that veterans are facing now will go on long after President Obama completes his second term, long after. These are issues we will be wrestling with for the next 40 and 50 and 60 years, and we have to be honest about that.
Are you on Twitter?
I am. My Twitter handle is WesMoore1, so just WESMOORE #1.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Honor.
Take care.
Thank you.